5:55 a.m. Let's get it. Peter Schiff may be changing his tune. The world's biggest Bitcoin critic is getting into NFTs. This is absolutely crazy, and we need to go over this. There's a whole lot more that we need to go over today as well. Couple of big hacks. The debt deal limit sort of been reached, but let's jump into this article straight away, and then we'll get into the news with the fast facts. Crypto hater Peter Schiff to drop Bitcoin Ordinals NFT art collection. So despite hating on crypto for years and calling NFTs worthless and easy to replicate 2 years ago, Peter Schiff is set to release an NFT art collection on Bitcoin. What a guy. What seems like a parody, but isn't. Economist, gold proponent, and vocal crypto skeptic Peter Schiff unveiled a collaborative NFT art collection on the Bitcoin network that will soon go up for option. The reaction has been mixed. People generally baffled, amused, and welcoming. I think I'm in the amused and welcoming camp. Let us know what you are. Check out this tweet here. Breaking. Ordinals enjoys managed to onboard Peter Schiff to Bitcoin 3 months. Later eyes seething after failing to get him to join for 10 years. We'll go over that tweet in a sec. It's a hack, right? Did I just teleport to a different timeline? I'm so confused. Pretty much sums it up. There's the hand holding the gold. So what it is, Gold Triumph consists of one physical painting on an oil linen canvas depicting a human hand holding a gold bar, 50 prints on archival paper depicting the same image, and 50 digital versions inscribed as ordinal NFTs on Bitcoin. Schiff hasn't done a complete turnaround on Bitcoin. Commenting on Schiff's tweet, Twitter user Lone Star Bitcoin asked, "So, it's valuable that you put your gold inscriptions on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin itself is not valuable." Correct, Schiff responded. Jumping over to Twitter here, here's the tweet he put out. "I'm pleased to announce an art project with one of my favorite artists, Market Price. This collaboration features the original painting Golden Triumph, as well as a series of prints and ordinals inscribed in the Bitcoin blockchain." Well done, Peter. Leia, you've always loved Bitcoin. You pretend otherwise for clout. This is art and it's a tribute to gold, but there is something here for Bitcoiners as well, but I'm still not a member of that club. And then Pomp, welcome Peter. We've been awaiting your arrival. I haven't arrived yet, but here's your chance to buy something to commemorate what you hope will be the early days of Bitcoin and its most steadfast critic. If I'm wrong, these signed ordinal prints may have a lot of value one day. Good on him for finally jumping in. Obviously, he's taken advantage of the hype around Bitcoin, ordinals, NFTs, but he has been so against Bitcoin. To see him adopting the blockchain, the technology, it's a good start. Obviously, this video, it's not financial advice. Jumping over to the charts here, we can see the banter bubbles. Everything's up today, which is good. A lot of it's pumping after the debt deal limit has been reached, which it hasn't completely yet. So we'll see what happens in regards to that. But I'll just show you Bitcoin price, $27,617. It is up 3.2% last 24 hours. Nice looking chart. Remember, Bitcoin can go up, down, and sideways. Couple of things where it could have a bit of a pullback over the coming week, 2 weeks as well. So make sure you do invest responsibly. Ethereum 1851. Chart looks a little bit different to Bitcoin today. It came up and it's gone sideways. Where Bitcoin sort of came up, went sideways, and has pumped up again. Ethereum may get another leg up though, if that is the case. Now, China, the story's been going on more and more lately, and we are getting a lot of information out from China, which is fantastic to see. And slow and steady, they are seeding everyone's mind with crypto, with Bitcoin, with Web3, and this could be absolutely massive come 24, 25 after the Bitcoin halving. Builders are building, and Beijing has released a white paper for Web3 innovation and development. So the release of the white paper, it coincides with new digital asset regulations in Hong Kong. Hong Kong, which is the 1st of June, residents will be able to buy and sell selective cryptos. There's probably about 10 or 11 that they will be able to. Bitcoin and Ethereum are two of those. Binance, ADA, Cardano as well. So it's speculation. It hasn't been confirmed, but that's what it's looking like. Definitely the bigger cryptocurrencies. So the paper, the document, recognizes Web3 technology as an inevitable trend for future internet industry development. The commission, they plan to allocate a minimum of 100 million yuan, which is 14 million annually until 2025. According to the reports, the white paper emphasizes Beijing's intention to enhance public support or policy support and expedite technological advancements to foster the growth of the Web3 industry. While the United States is cracking down on cryptocurrencies, Hong Kong's effort to attract crypto companies starkly contrasts the US approach. Remember, China banned the use of cryptocurrency in 2021. It is a theme of every bull market. China is banning Bitcoin mining, banning cryptocurrency. So for them to start really changing their tune could bring a huge amount of liquidity into the market and could be the catalyst for the next bull run to absolutely pop. Do us a favor, smash the like button and hit subscribe for the videos with the fast facts. Let's keep going here. However, with the release of the Web3 white paper, it appears that China is showing signs of opening up to the industry. Fantastic. Going over to the debt deals, probably a better page to see it here. The US debt ceiling, Democrats and Republicans agree deal on principle, Joe Biden says, but they haven't. So the president described the agreement as a compromise, while House Speaker Kevin McCarthy said it was worthy of the American people. As we've said, this is all posturing. They're always going to put it through, which is fantastic. Mike, shout out to you, brother. So after weeks of bitter negotiations, they still need to be approved by a divided Congress. That's going to take place in 3 days. We will find out what is happening at that stage. And the markets could either react very positively when they agree to it, or maybe it's a little bit of buy the rumor, sell the news. Maybe that's why we're pumping right now. But we are only a couple of days away from the 1st of June when China, Hong Kong comes into the mix as well. So we'll see. Maybe one outweighs the other there. CBDCs are a huge agenda around the world. 2030, the world will be on a CBDC standard. So I guess we're running out of time to be able to stack gold, silver, Bitcoin, whatever it is. Obviously not your keys, not your coins. You need to mitigate your risk responsibly with that. And when that happens, they'll be able to see everything you do. At the end of the day, there's probably no stopping it there. Unfortunately, we will get into Bitcoin being a hot topic debate with the presidential election. But nobody's really talking about CBDCs anymore, and countries are still pushing ahead. They're not going to stop. Here in Australia, I think it's September, October, we've got our CBDC pilot coming out as well. Brazil's central bank selects 14 participants for CBDC pilot. Among those selected are the largest local banks, Visa and Microsoft. So the 14 selected institutions to participate in the pilot of the digital real, the country's CBDC, published Wednesday. The list includes major local private banks, as well as the largest public Brazilian bank, Banco do Brasil, the local stock exchange, B3, and then multinational companies such as Visa and Microsoft were also chosen to participate. If Microsoft and Visa are being invited into this pilot program, it's pretty much a given it's going to go ahead very shortly. Obviously, Canada as well, their CBDCs, they are allowing the public to have a say. Does the public actually get a choice? That's up to you to decide. But Canada is a little bit more chilled than other places around the world, even maybe more so than Australia is now. So more regulation over in the EU. And this is not as bad as probably what this article makes it out to be. EU investment firms should clearly state crypto is unregulated, the watchdog says. Companies that market crypto alongside traditional securities might mislead consumers about access to fair advice and compensation. European Securities and Markets Authority worries. EU agency said it worried that firms may use a seal of regulatory approval they have to offer traditional finance, which is trade via funds, to make customers believe they'll have access to sound financial advice or compensation schemes in the event of crypto mishaps. Be truthful, they probably won't get sound advice because people don't understand. A traditional financial advisor is just going to say digital gold, hard asset, but they won't talk about the volatility of it. So people are going to FOMO in as it keeps going up. When it starts going down, that's going to create more worry, more panic, more volatility. Maybe that's an opportunity for you to be able to stack more as well. You need to have a game plan. But when uneducated people come into the crypto space, they buy high, they sell low, and we want to do the complete opposite here. So the EU Markets and Crypto Assets Regulation, which is MiCA, we've covered that a lot here on this channel, is set to bring MiFID style rules to the sector, but the regime will only take effect in around 18 months. A lot of time to be able to play for the markets to be very volatile. In the meantime, ESMA, a Paris-based agency that groups and coordinates national regulators, is worried some companies are encouraging and exploiting the ambiguity. Whether it's TradeFi, DeFi, people are unfortunately going to take advantage of the uneducated as well. So make sure you're doing your own research and hit subscribe. We'll keep you informed as this continues to progress. Couple of things. I want to talk about a hack soon and then FTX debacle, which is insane, FTX 2.0. The US presidential candidate Ramaswamy takes a potshot at DeSantis' Bitcoin remark. Cryptocurrency is suddenly a talking point in the 24 race after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declared he would protect the ability to do things like Bitcoin. Bitcoin has suddenly found itself at the center of campaign trash talking and chest thumping ahead of the US 24 presidential election. Vivek is the only candidate who understands Bitcoin deeply enough to discuss it intelligently on the presidential debate stage. Even the language DeSantis used reveals a shallow understanding of the world's dominant cryptocurrency. I understand the stuff is a much more deep and rich way, Ramaswamy told CoinDesk. Even the way he said, do things like Bitcoin. Since the time I wrote Woke Inc., Ramaswamy explained DeSantis has studied it and has adopted many of the proposals as his own. And I think that's a good thing. I'm not sure he has the same understanding of it that I do, be it a central bank digital currency or Bitcoin, but that's okay. He's saying the right things. He says Bitcoin antagonists like US Senator Elizabeth Warren, a Massachusetts Democrat, are blinded by their conquest for power, dominion, control, and punishment. Warren's team didn't immediately reply to a request for comment. Vivek is very low in the presidential ratings for a chance to be able to win. But just having them come up into the public consciousness, talk about Bitcoin cryptocurrency in front of everyone on that massive stage, it's fantastic regardless of what happens with the outcome. People are going to start to wake up more and more to crypto. Really quickly, Arbitrum-based Jimbo's protocol hacked, losing 7.5 Ether. Remember, if you are jumping into Arbitrum or any chain, Arbitrum's nice, fast, something that I'm looking at to hold until 24, 25. When people come out with new code, unverified, untested, things like this are going to happen. So make sure you are investing responsibly. And I guess with people being taken for a ride as well, we can get into this article here. FTX 2.0 launching soon. Court filing shows a reboot plan in the works. We did talk about this nearly a month ago, I think. Bankrupt crypto exchange FTX revival plans could soon become a reality, according to court filing documents. FTX new management had a series of meetings with creditors and debtors in the past. They have recovered over $7 billion in assets, so the documents suggest FTX could soon enter into a bidding process. It'll be interesting to see what happens with there. A lot of people said they would use FTX 2.0, because it had an amazing interface, great execution as well. Obviously, as Sam Bankman-Fried will not be running it, which is great, but we'll continue to keep you updated. We'll see you on the next one. Hit like, hit subscribe. Peace out.